Yeah, I ain't even finish it.
Be young.
Yo. Yeah. Aight. Check it. I be posted on the curb. I be rolling, smoking herb. I'm such a solid nigga. I can stand up on my word. I'm faded, I might swerve. I ain't worried about these birds. Get this money past the herb. When you see
Welcome to the most ignorant podcast you have ever heard in your mother, excuse my language, fucking life. It's your boy Burpee Man. I'm back. What's happening? I missed y'all. But y'all know I ain't come here alone. I never do. I always got the squad with me, got the gang in them. What's happening, my boy?
What's going on, man? It's your man, Doc Reed, the future heartbeat of the city. And we also have Miss...
Never late, but always great. It's ADF the kid, but I'm grown as fuck. What's going on? And in the building today, we have an extremely special guest, Miss Candice Councels.
Come on now, Candice.
Hey,
come on,
what's
Candice. Hand claps for Candice. Hand claps for Candice.
We have been needing you. Okay. We got issues.
Hold on.
By we, she meant she.
Uh-oh.
And we got Austin is on camera again.
What up, Austin? We ain't got a mic for you.
Nah.
Uh-oh.
We can hear him.
Just say what's up in the background. Hanging in the background.
It's okay, Austin.
You going to get a mic? No. Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
He ain't hit record.
He's still working.
Did he hit record?
While you, while you
okay.
over there, can you swipe that thing up for the camera setting and not the picture setting?
Lord.
I don't want pictures.
This is the Ignorant Podcast.
I'm sorry.
Some real ones.
Can
And
you just look at my camera and
do mid-show
swipe
adjustments.
for the camera setting. Thank you.
could have done all this before we hit the record.
I thought, shut up. I thought I had it set up, but we took too long to start.
Is that straight right there, Ange? Is that good for you?
We're good.
You sure you good?
Austin
don't
is just
know.
not checking levels.
She
on the
doing
volume.
that. I might as well.
Look, Candice is this.
Put that over there for me. Put that over there.
Where would
Can
you
you
like
put it right there by the
I
tree,
think
the
it's ready.
Christmas tree?
In front of the not the Christmas tree.
Austin is gonna
Just
be...
press the. Oh, he gonna be.
Yeah, he gonna be sitting right there.
This
He
is how
gonna have a
you
whole lot of
this
ass
is
in
why
you.
we need you. Because, okay.
He move.
Okay.
Austin.
I'm
Put it-
sorry.
you wanna put it
I'm
right
so
here?
Sorry. Yeah, let's just put it right there. That's fine.
Let's put it right
All
here.
right.
Because we're gonna have hips in there.
Well, this is a
We gonna
great
edit- we
first
gonna
2
edit
minutes.
All right.
I'll
there
make
we
it
go.
keep
That's
all
fine
this
right
in.
there. Just make sure press
But
the
you
red button.
you get a view into how dysfunctional
press
we
the red
truly
button?
are right about it.
Lord.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
sir.
right.
Jesus.
Murphy already said, don't break the TV. Ain't none of us
okay.
putting in on
This
that
is not ours.
at all.
That's
It's-
okay.
you
That's
don't.
okay.
You ain't got to see me. I
See her
got
big ass head over there?
to see. We definitely need you to cancel before we start fighting on camera next week. So,
Hello, guys. How are you? Missed you guys.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, waving though. Okay, Candice. So tell us about yourself.
Yeah, that
Right.
Okay. My name again is Candice. I go by Candice Councels, but my name is Candice Moffitt, and I own New Vision Therapy and Wellness. New Vision for your
Okay.
life.
New vision for your
So
life. Come on,
I
man.
work with adults and adolescent teens on their mental health and just getting those families to come together again and anxiety, depression, trauma, all of that I work with. So
Yeah, I need your card.
I was about
yes,
to say.
I got you. I don't read minds, but I do.
Right.
I do help folks. So
You don't read minds. You're real. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody out there. Yes, I did.
If without getting too much in your business, how is business right now?
Business is popping.
Right.
It
I was
really
about to
is.
say,
Yeah.
I bet.
Would it jump
Yeah.
because of something like the pandemic?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, I believe it. People being in the
Yeah,
house.
really. Oh my God.
But it's
yeah,
crazy because this is a time for certain people. Everybody's not doing great financially at the beginning of the pandemic when they was getting that 800 and all of that maybe.
Right.
But now that they're past that,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works financially for them. But
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen a huge increase just because people are home. You know, you got people working, and then they got their kids in the background. You know, singing, "Mama, better be quiet." You know, so there's a lot going on. A lot of different changes. A lot of anxiety for people. You know, even though we learned that the state of Florida is opening up now, it's like we still in the whole pandemic. We still could possibly that wind blowing. We still could possibly get sick. So there's just a lot of different changes. So.
It definitely is. I imagine everybody's going through it. I called social services one day and she was at home talking to her baby while she was talking to me. It was very strange, but that's the circumstances.
But the bigger question is, why did you call social services?
Mind your business. Okay, see, that's the problem. That's one of the things that we need to work on.
Communication.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I just need you to mind your business. I tell you what
people gonna send us a DM. Well, you don't need it's called social services.
You don't need to know. I also legally can't tell y'all why. I get paid enough for not to be calling them. Right.
I don't know anything about it.
Praise God.
I can't speak for these two or these three. I know that for years I've been trying to get back to therapy and back to counseling, and finances were always an issue. I'm slowly working my way back there.
Right.
And people have this huge misconception that to receive therapy or when you go through counseling, it means that you're crazy or something's fucked up in your head. Excuse my language once again. But can you clear that up? So I can actually clear my name because I don't need everybody thinking I'm something.
Let me just take a deep breath.
Come on now, talk about it.
But crazy people do go to counseling.
So first of all, let's get this straight, okay? There are people that have a diagnosis. Now, those are the people that you see on TV, right? Which is schizophrenia, your bipolar disorder, just psychosis where they just sitting there out of touch with reality, right? So we got those folk. And then you got those people that have things in their lives that they just stuff down. They just put it under the rug, and just
I know people like that.
And then what happens is you have an explosion inside. See, these people aren't crazy either. They just need someone to process their stuff that they done put under the rug and probably forgot about. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I call that being human.
Yeah, exactly. So they're literally being human. So just because you go talk to someone and my thing is this, I've had cousins, family try to come to me and be like, Candice, can you counsel me? No, because I know you. Right. I'm not about that. Yeah, it's too close to home. So having an unbiased person come talk to you about your issues that you don't have to worry about, I seen her in the store. Yep, she back with him again. You know, so like, you don't have to worry about that person. So just knowing that I have an unbiased opinion, someone that's going to listen to me for a whole 50 minutes and I don't have to worry about them running and telling nobody. 50. That's it could be 60, listen, depending on what service you get. But I mean, that's the big thing. I think, and people don't like to because they like, oh yeah, you crazy. No, everybody can work on themselves. I have a therapist.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, how do you decompress? Because people come to you and dump their problems off on you. Right. How do you go home and you just like, ugh.
Right, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? I don't want to be a person that's like telling you how to do this, telling you how to be consistent in your life, telling you how to get out of the issues that you're facing, but I'm not dealing with my demons or, challenges or whatever else. So I have a therapist that I see probably like once a month and we powwow and she helps me through my stuff, because everybody's human.
Do you talk to yourself like, hey, Candice? You look in the mirror and be like, hey, Candice, what would Candice do if Candice had these kind of problems?
Now, you know what?
That's a good question, bro.
You can talk to yourself as long as you don't argue with yourself. That's what they say. As long as you're not sitting there arguing with yourself.
We ready, bitch. We ready.
I bet you won't do nothing tonight. Yes, I will.
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah.
My thing with counseling, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this as well, I don't want to go to someone that hasn't been through what I've been through. How do you combat that? Because I would think the whole point, you want somebody to try to meet you at that level.
Right. See, when you become a therapist, you have already born inside of you empathy. That's how we get our clients. That's how we understand people. We understand behavior. So we may have not been through the trauma that you've been through, but we're able to process it, look at it. It's like looking at a movie. You know, you got your scenes and stuff. We're able to pick the scenes out and figure out which scene, you know, is giving you the most trouble.
Right.
You tell us what's giving you the most trouble, but we can help you, you know, from an outside perspective, you know, what is it called? Goodness. Dissect that thing. Okay. Yeah. So dissect it. But I mean, my thing is, because when I first started out, I was young, you know. I have an old soul, but I was young. I was talking to people that had been through divorce. I ain't never been married before, you know, at the time.
Right.
I'm married now, but you know.
Clearly. Check out the ring. Zoom in. Get somebody can
Too bad Austin's over here.
Yeah, can't zoom.
But yeah, so I mean, that's what I think about it. We've been trained to empathize with others. We've been trained to meet you where you are. Now, if your counsel's not giving you that empathy, you might want to find somebody else. That's what I have to say.
I guess, and I'm just speaking for me. I wouldn't always want someone to just empathize.
Right.
Sometimes you need to kick in the ass.
Right. Somebody that's gonna be like,
that's what I'm for. So you go to them for the empathy.
But I mean, it just depends. It just depends, really, though. It depends on the type of personality you want, what type of counsel you want. You know, so some counselors gonna tell you like he's a waste of time. You know, just point out
very blunt.
Very.
I saw that on Power this past week. I did. She said
I would like to talk, but okay.
She did.
Yeah.
She said leave that man alone.
Yeah, leave him alone. But yeah, so sometimes it's about empathy.
So let's talk about Ange. Okay.
Ange.
No, go ahead. Okay.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that just to say I don't know.
What I was gonna say, but since we're going there, I was just gonna say that's one of the major things that society is lacking is the empathy. So it's good to have an outlet. Person to give you that sense of compassion that the world is supposed to grant you but doesn't. So that's pretty dope too. But let's talk about let's go on and pull apart everybody here. Okay.
What you want to talk about?
I don't know, but I felt some friction in the room.
Candice, I lost this comedy competition.
So you feeling salty?
What is?
You see how my people do me when I bring up my hurt?
We just gonna move forward. What's one of the
all
biggest
the time.
issues? Without telling anyone
Ignore
individual,
my damn request.
she might start studying us and seeing what issues are. But we gonna move forward.
We know the answer to that. Be funnier.
This has been episode 20, whatever.
Is it 20? It is 25. Damn it, you made me forget my thought. But what is one of the biggest issues that you come in that comes across your table, so to speak? If you can, without speaking about anyone.
Yeah, I would say anxiety. I would say because I see a lot of younger, age people from young adults to adolescents, and they get upset and they have anxiety because they're not where they want to be in life. Like they're upset that they're right here right now, but they really want to be over here, like popping and views and all this other stuff, and they want to be seen or want something, like a career or whatever else, but they're kind of stuck right here. And so my help is to try to get them to see the steps that they got to take, and that this is a process. You see, before like probably maybe 15, 20 years ago, we didn't have all the videos and stuff like that. So, it wasn't an overnight success. You see people with all the views and they popping and they got the car, they got the clothes, they got the so-called success, right? But we didn't see the day in and day out they had to put in to get that, get that success. And so a lot of people get anxiety because they feel like, oh, my friend is doing this and I'm not doing that, so they're comparing, and that's what I see, anxiety a lot. And they get depressed too.
Do you get some clients who you have to pull it out of them? They don't really want to talk to you. They don't really want to.
I'm just
She gonna need to talk to her therapist after this.
Sound like a good percentage of it.
Yeah. I get. Let me tell you, I get a lot of, especially the teenagers, like, because they're scared. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna go back and tell my mom that I feel this way." I'm like, "No, listen. As long as you don't want to hurt yourself, I'm not gonna tell your mom." But if there's something that's alarming to me, I'm gonna definitely tell them. That you're in harm to yourself or someone else.
Do you ever want to respond and just be like, "Man,
Yes,
Suck that shit up.
I be throwing stuff in my Zoom. I be like, hold on 1 second.
And you be throwing stuff for real?
Yeah, I be like, man.
Oh, they get you like that?
Yeah, I
deep down.
I bet. Because I have never.
I'm like, come on, you better than that. You know?
Not
See,
one
like,
time
common sense, but-
have I
Right.
ever been to therapy, counsel. No, I'm lying. I went one time. I went to marriage counseling, I guess it was. Mm-hmm. But we were in a bad spot, and we were like, all right, we're going to go to counseling. And we only went once, because that nigga was biased. I don't care what I say.
trying to get the truth.
It was just a one-sided affair, and I was like, man, I'm not going
can't go through this,
to this therapist, and all we doing is focusing on what I'm doing,
Right.
me, and this and that. I get it.
And
I
not
do
your
need
needs or
that.
whatever.
Right. I need
Yeah.
that. This is
Yeah.
what we're here for. But it's two of us.
Right.
Right. What do we
Facts.
need to do collectively?
Right.
Yeah.
And at the time, she was just sitting there like, I'm perfect.
Right.
So it gave her this misconception, you think?
Right. And so therefore, when the therapist was only hearing what was coming out of her mouth, then they formed a perception of me.
Right,
And
right.
so that's when the therapist was coming at me with the questions like, well, why did you, hey,
That don't
nigga.
seem, and that don't seem right. That's not fair. That's not
Yeah,
how it's
you're
supposed to go.
supposed to get both sides.
That was the worst.
Really.
I really don't think he
was
wanted to
trying
be
to
there.
sleep
No, not even
Yeah.
that. He
was
trying
it
to
his
eat.
demeanor or
His
just-
demeanor,
Okay, yeah.
what he was saying, that like his body language, he was
Yeah.
laid back in the chair like this, talking to us. I'm like, oh,
Did you leave a Yelp review?
sir, I should have.
You should have one star.
I was upset. I
Yeah.
said, sir, you are white. This doesn't happen.
That's gonna be my question,
wait a minute.
though.
That's
That
another
was gonna be
thing
my-
right there.
And that was
Right.
going to be my
It's
question.
not really. He wasn't relatable.
Do you get like, so since mental health is very taboo in our community, do you
Right.
get a lot of black?
I see a lot
clients?
of black clients,
Okay,
but I
that's
also have a
good.
lot of Caucasian clients too.
come on
So,
now.
Okay.
I mean, my thing is, you know, with the black clients, that we feel like, okay, we want someone that looks like us, that's gonna understand us,
Right,
and
right,
really
right.
understand, because he really should have got your side of the story.
Right.
He should have got why, you know, what's your perspective on this thing, you know, before just her coming in and just spilling it all out. And
I mean,
then-
she came in like, okay, listen, and I'm, oh, well, hey, let's pray first or something.
right.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, but that's not therapeutic at all. That's not real therapy.
was horrible.
Please, I'm
You
sorry
giving
that was
me-
your first experience.
It was
Give
that
me good
was-
keywords, Bert, for questions.
Okay.
How do you combat the overly religious person?
You break it down.
Because they think they can just talk to Jesus.
Right. And everything gonna
Who
be
you
okay.
can talk to?
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Come on now.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Talk about
yes.
We ain't
Now-
got to talk to no guy. He's my counselor.
I just want to be
Right.
clear. I'm not laughing at Jesus.
They got a song about
Yes.
that. They got a song about
Right.
that.
He,
Now-
Jesus is my doctor.
And he.
Come on now.
Outside all my scriptures.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And
There's a
he-
pre in the beginning of that word.
But they don't say pre. It's
Right
just
out
scripture.
all my scriptions.
What? If he writing scriptures, he ain't
And
a
where
real
you give
doctor.
your medicine?
Come on now.
He
Ooh.
gives me all of my medicine in my room.
Come on. Come on. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
before we
But
got
listen,
there's some
look,
church
listen.
people in here today.
But to answer your question, a lot of people do that. You know, they like, oh yeah, all I gotta do is pray about it. But then it comes to a point where you so clouded with the issue, you can't even see God. You know what I mean?
Right.
So God
gotta
uses people.
Hey,
God uses people to so that you can see Him again.
Right.
Reminders.
Come on now. The vessels. The vessels. Because you are a vessel.
Right. You got to be a vessel.
Ooh.
So my thing is sometimes I got to break it down and be like, listen, God is good. We can pray and all that. But let's talk about the issue, because
meet
sometimes
you.
people, they just, you know, they just put stuff it under the rug.
Yeah.
Stuff it under the rug.
They do.
Or they put the wall up and they like, oh yeah, I'll just pray about it and hold it all in. But I'm like, do you really want
That's
to do
me.
that? You know, so I have to get.
That's super.
That's me. I don't
You
argue.
think you stuff?
Huh?
You think you stuff?
I don't. I'm very nonchalant. Very.
You don't hold on
So
to it.
can I
I don't
ask you a
hold up.
question?
Uh-huh.
So whenever you have like a problem with somebody, how do you deal with it?
Oh no! If I have a problem with them, I'm going to address them.
Okay,
but it's not going to be in a confrontational manner. It's going to be, all right. Look, this is what the issue is. This is the problem that I have. But I also ask them, what is the issue that you have with me?
Gotcha.
So we can figure this out. We either going to work at it and we're going to be cool, or we're going to just go our separate ways. But
Right.
I'm going to get this off my chest. Now, if it's an issue like something that people bring to me, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm that person. I'm the I don't care
That's
person.
true. That's true.
I don't. Okay, you got to figure it out.
That's
figure
your
it out.
problem.
Right. Figure it out. I don't.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that I have going on in my life, I'm the type. I don't have
time
If it's
for
not
your
life or
issues
death
and
to me,
mine.
I've been saying this for years. Ever since I was a teenager and I realized how the world operated, I was like, if it's not life or death, it's not that serious to me. Now that's not how everybody thinks, but that's how I operate.
But
I'm
that's
like,
when you done been through some things, right?
Right.
You done been
Come on
through
now.
something that
Come on.
humbled you.
Come on.
And then you like, okay, wait a minute now.
Come on now.
Is it really that serious?
Come on.
Come on.
Talk
is
about
it really
it.
that
So I
serious?
done
Look
been
at
through some
that thing. Look at
Come
is
on.
it that serious?
she know me. She know me.
I'm gonna be transparent with myself here for a second. So I'm just now realizing, maybe in the last year and a half, I thought I was doing better and kind of getting to a better place, but I realized not that I'm worse off, but I've taken on a different set of issues.
Gotcha.
Because before I thought my issue was you're weak, you're soft,
Right.
you're a pushover, that kind of thing. And so
Right.
because I'm not that anymore, I'm like, oh, I'm healed.
Right.
Now I'm an aggressor. I'm mean. I'm
Gotcha.
a bitch.
AF.
It's a whole.
So it's like the one
and
extreme
what-
to the next.
AF. Meaningful.
and it's like, and so, but you know, I received that, Burpee.
I don't know you like that. I just mess with you.
I
No,
just
but I
tease.
received.
I didn't tell you.
Shut the fuck up. I received that though.
I'm just teasing. I don't know.
That's God using you as a vessel. I appreciate it. See how I listen? But with me now knowing, like, hey, wait a minute, you kind of lost a part of yourself too that was great. And so I don't want to, so now I'm remolding myself and trying to find the balance.
Gotcha.
And that trying to find the balance has caused me anxiety,
Right.
paranoia when it comes to trusting people.
Right.
Like I'm always ready to fight. I don't know where that came from. I don't
Yeah.
know what. Shut up, Bert.
Aggressive.
I don't know
Yeah.
where that came
Quick.
from.
Right.
You hear me?
But
Yeah.
I'm just very.
Why her glasses fogging up? Punch that bitch. No, man. No. Calm down.
But to an such an extreme level that I know it's definitely an issue. Like
Gotcha.
and not to put all my business out. Like I've seeking Counsel recently for you for about that. Like so it's like I joke about it, but at the same token I know there are issues I need to work on.
Right.
And I try to mask a lot of my issues with comedy and laughing about it and things of that nature. So go ahead.
But it's hard to deal with it.
It's funny you say that because that is my therapy.
That's
in a
my
sense.
release, right?
Comedy
Yeah.
is because it's I literally take what is bothering me, my issues, the people that I have a problem with, I take it to the stage and I release that. And I'm not saying that the crowd is like a counselor because, you know, they don't talk back. They better not talk back because that's talk back. But if I know that if I put it in the right form, in the joke, then the response that I get from them
That
Right.
laughter is
That
therapy.
laughter,
helpful
yeah,
to
it's
me.
like,
Super
okay.
helpful.
It's
I'm
helpful
all right.
to me.
Yeah.
Right.
But when
because
you
I'm
don't
okay.
get the laugh, does that kind of have a
I be like,
reverse
okay,
effect?
maybe I just put a little bit of too much of my business.
Right.
Let me
I
draw
went a little
back
too deep.
bit.
I went a little too deep. But it's, I don't know. I know that I have issues. But
Everybody
it's the fact, right? Everyone,
Right.
but it's. I'm not the type to harbor. I take people. My thing is, I take people for who they are. For instance, in my family, like with my parents, my siblings are always like, "Well, that's your mom and daddy. Why don't they act like this? Why can't they change?" I'm like, these niggas is in their 60s.
Yeah,
They who
they
they
not
gonna
about
be.
to
They
try
who
to
they are.
They are who they gonna be.
They gonna be right.
who they gonna be.
And my siblings, I try to get it across to them because my siblings have this mentality of, they not that they have a child's mentality, but they act as if, when it comes to our parents, as if they're still those teenagers.
Right,
who trying to get mom and daddy's approval. And I said, look, man, I am
live your
grown.
life. Yeah, live your life. Live your life.
Big fact.
Yeah.
I don't need their approval now. I got children. I got a wife. I don't need their approval for nothing.
Right.
And my parents are the ones. That's where the issues come from. My parents are the ones who they want to try to treat you like you still that teenager. They like, oh, hey, go in here and do that. Who you
That's
talking
that
to?
generation.
It is that older generation.
Yeah.
That traditional
My
generation.
grandma still won't let me in the kitchen. Like, grandma, please get out of here.
Boy, listen, I went to my mama and daddy house to cook some food for them, and my mama came downstairs, which she never does, just to cook over the food I was cooking. I said, hey, this is a gift.
Right. I'm trying to help you.
Oh
What
my
are you
God.
doing, ma'am? I said, you know what? You got it. You got it. So I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know.
But I got you though. Yeah, you the comedy is a release for you. Like it's a way to get out what you're dealing with instead of focusing. Like coming here, I'm excited about coming here. You know what I mean? So it's just like something to look forward to. Like I know I'm gonna go in this studio and I'm gonna laugh and have a good time and feel right after. But to go back to you, Angie, I think it's about finding who you want to be. Because I feel like a lot of times. You're like, oh, I'm too, I done got pushed over so many times, so let me be aggressive. And I don't really know how to have that balance. I don't really know what it looks like to be like,
I'm very black and white.
Yeah, black and white. Just polar opposites and so it's about finding who you want to be. Like, you don't have to cuss nobody out or raw at them,
And that's the frustration because...
I don't think she know that.
Shut up. But that's the frustration, though.
Yo, keep on.
That's the frustration. At a very young age, I already was okay and knew who I wanted to be. I feel like the world just kept pushing me up against the wall. And it's like, all right, goddamn. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm tired of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm reminded.
Don't blame somebody else, Ange, for the issues and the trials and tribulations.
Damn, I thought you was
but listen.
Have I been mistaken?
I feel like she done rolled off on me a little bit. Dr. Burp.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you got to really get clear about who you want to be and say whatever you want to say. Like my thing is,
I definitely do that.
I have this image of Bernie Mac. Y'all know that scene where he was like in Kid and Play, and then he was like, the parents may not like me. The parents may, and I really don't cuss and all right. That's it. That's what it says, right?
Fucking this one.
So that's what
I love that movie.
Classic movie.
My issue, I would say, is like the opposite of Ange. Ange is very black and white, and I'm gray.
Always gray.
Always. I try to.
So people try to read you like, how are you today? Like for real.
Right, and I find it, especially with being a comedian, whatever I say, even when I'm serious, is taken as a joke. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm joking and it's taken too seriously. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I ain't. So instead of you taking it the wrong way, I just won't say anything.
Gotcha. So
then it's taken, he doesn't care.
You're passive. You're passive. Very passive.
I'm passive because of my past.
Okay.
I had a very...
Come on now, talk about it.
A very no. I'm trying to because you got people that listen that don't. But no. My past was
they wasn't listening. But
I dealt with a lot growing up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to do things to make money and whatever. So living that lifestyle and everything.
He sold ass. Go ahead.
We just gonna move forward, move past it.
Wow.
No, don't be.
No.
Just let them know.
So now it's like I don't want that side to come out or that anger or whatever. So it's just like, man, they don't even know. Like, okay,
don't know the half.
Right.
Yeah.
Just sure.
I mean,
man,
my thing
whatever.
is, you really don't have to explain yourself to anybody, but at the same time, you want to let them know, like, hey, I'm really sick. I think maybe have you tried disclaimers like, I'm being serious about this right now.
Yeah,
let me tell you
like,
this,
bro. I'm telling you, like, I'm for real, man. Stop playing.
That for real you have to change the words. It'd be like direct
like
and to the point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
You do have a problem with that being direct.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm for real.
The reason
you know,
I
that's
don't like to be
a lot.
direct because certain people might take it different ways.
Right.
I can be direct with Ange. She's just gonna be direct back.
Right.
I can be direct with
That's
Bert.
what you want to call it.
What? I can be direct with Bert. Bert will be like, "Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about." I can be direct with somebody else. Who you? What? Like, you know?
Right.
Then they get overly aggressive because of it.
Right.
And then that little part that you try to keep buried,
Right.
next thing you know, he start growing inside, and then it's a whole different altercation.
Like the Hulk.
Right. The nigga was always angry.
But he
But he could-
suppressed it. Suppression. The word of the day.
Oh hell.
That's it. We've been talking about. We've been talking a lot about.
But
this.
not like,
But seriously though, like
where is that line? Like,
yeah.
because you don't want to be overly aggressive, and then people are kind of worried to talk
Right.
around you or to be open with you.
Right.
But then it's like you don't want to be ran over either. It'd be a pushover.
Right.
You see what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Do you have a fear of what people think? Like, because
No,
you said
and
it
that's-
could be different personalities taking
No.
it different ways.
No, it's not a fear on what people think. It's a fear of what I might do based on
Their
aggressive reaction.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because not everyone can take people being direct with them. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And like Burp said, we grown. If I can't be direct with you and you take it as being, I'm coming down on you or being overly aggressive with you, then I learned that lesson.
Right.
So I'm not going to be direct with you anymore.
Gotcha.
Period. Regardless of what you
But
say.
you can't have a relationship with somebody you can't be direct with. Right?
Can I,
That's
Yeah.
on them. I tried to be direct
Right.
and you couldn't handle
that's on
it.
them.
Right.
Can I say something?
Yes, yes.
So,
Come on. You got something.
She
to-
into the juice now. Come
yeah,
on.
like, what's going on? Like, let me know.
without going too deep into our friendship, I personally, what I feel, I'm not saying this is law. I feel like because you don't always get the response or hear what you want to hear, sometimes you shut down after that. And I've told him several times, like, hey, just because I respond this way and I'm gonna be honest every time doesn't mean you have to stop saying how you feel and feeling how you feel. The communication is important. You can feel however you want to feel.
I feel like
I'm also gonna respond how I respond.
I feel
Right.
like Doc looks for validation, and
Absolutely.
that's what shuts you down when you don't get the response
response.
that you're looking for.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want to. He doesn't want to
I
hear
would-
that.
You don't want that
No.
anger to come out.
Validation and
Acceptance
almost like
are two different
It's
things.
different forms of
right.
it.
I'm
It
not.
ain't like,
I don't
oh,
have a
want your
fear
attention.
of it.
Yeah.
But like, say if I had to tell Austin something, I'm like, shit. Let me go ahead and tell Austin, be direct with him.
Yeah, tell that nigga. He
And when
fine.
I tell him, and it doesn't work as far as that communication. Like he shuts down or he comes back at me in a different way.
Right.
I'm no longer gonna approach Austin the way I did.
Okay. Because like you were saying, the validation or he didn't accept what you said.
Right, because
very well.
I don't want to keep doing it because each
So
time
the confrontation, you don't like
I don't
the
want the
confrontation.
confrontation.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a Leo thing.
Yeah.
Because
you don't-
when the confrontation gets there,
Right. Now I'm not trying to dig into the past.
From what I-
But from the confrontation, is there trauma around the confrontation? Like some trauma for you, like
Yeah,
around
I don't-
arguments and
yeah, I don't like to
confrontation?
I don't want to be that person again. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because
Gotcha.
that
He
can
was a
lead-
streetwalker.
This,
This story.
but yeah, it's just with confrontation. Then it can just get bad.
He
I would
almost got
say
stabbed one time in Nashville.
Almost.
I know
But
what it's
you
like to
gotta
be stabbed.
practice at it. You know, you got to get into a place where you like, okay, whether he agree or try to get aggressive or not, Doc is gonna be okay.
Right.
I'm gonna be fine if he roars. You know what I mean?
Cause it's like people I hang with. We out somewhere and somebody else gets confrontational.
He always ready to go when.
You know what
like
I mean?
I'm done. It's time to go home.
Sorry for
Yeah.
what might happen to him because something go happen.
Yeah.
Like we had the event Saturday. Soon as it start getting extra ratchet and crazy,
I'ma holler at you.
we out. Cause my friends was there, and
You know your friends.
come on,
And deep
somebody.
down, you know you.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's why.
That's why I didn't go.
Protecting your peace. Yeah.
Right. Like, why put yourself in the situation?
Yeah, and that's different.
You know
I
what I
think.
mean?
Yeah,
Where you
than
know.
personal relationships.
So
being an adult.
So let me ask, what can for people who don't go to therapy or don't go to counseling, what are things that they can do at home or when they're not in a session
Right.
to keep themselves not necessarily occupied, but if Doc is
Right.
if Doc is dealing with the confrontational issue, or Ange is dealing with being mean, or I'm dealing with not being nonchalant, what are things that we can do to combat that?
Gotcha. So I would say the first thing to do is learn more about it. We in information central, technology central, with billions of different ways, to learn different things. I would say, okay, you may have not went to school and done the training and internships and the hours that we have for counseling, but you can learn more about it. You can figure out, what are my triggers? What are the things that cause me to flip on people? How do I want to be? So, and then making steps of how do you want to be? Doc, figuring out, okay, like, I really want to be able to be okay with people's reaction. If he is about their life, I'm gonna walk away. What do I want to be like? What do I want to do? And for Anne, she may say like, I don't want to have this much anger. Like, what do I need to do to release this anger? Like, what is underneath all of this that I'm holding on to that I need to let go?
I ain't got no man.
Smoke.
Oh,
That's probably what it is.
Smoke
That's
something.
probably what it is.
Smoke something. It helps.
yeah.
Speaking of smoke something, we didn't go to Austin. It's me been shaking the whole time. I feel, let the little boy inside of you out. Tell us what's on your mind.
You used to Dr. Reed, Mike.
Nah, I always do that though. But I've been going to therapy since I was a kid, on and off though. And I go as an adult.
Okay.
On my and so when I go to the stage, I don't kind of like tell my therapy on stage. I like kind of just talk about crazy shit that happened. I done made a joke out of something that happened between me and Ange a few weeks ago.
Did I approve this?
You just
I
told
ain't
her.
saying your name. I ain't saying your name.
You just told her yourself.
All right,
That
we'll
whole
talk about it off the air.
situation.
We'll talk about it off the air.
Nigga,
No, I'm just
that
joking.
is so funny. That's that situation, but it's
Oh, it must have been with the kids.
with the kids.
Oh, okay,
You know
you
what I'm
had
saying?
it.
Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think about that. Like, why did that happen? Are the kids at home too much in the pandemic? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to break that down. But therapy kind of cool. I've been going. Like I said,
He like, I'm
going-
straight. I know what I
Yeah,
need.
Yeah.
I've been going.
What is it for you? Like, what does it do for you? What results do you get from going to therapy?
Just different methods on how to, like, as a kid, it was trying to calm your anger. So, Austin, count to 10 and count to this and you'll calm down. Or draw. What do you like to do? From then to, I had to go when I was 14, my mom died. So I had to go for that and just kind of like see what I could do to become a better person. So from then it was like, why don't you live to make your mom proud or do stuff that make her proud? So cool, but at the same time, I got issues too. Me and my dad were roommates growing up.
Roommate?
Roommates. Like we used to share the same condom drawer. So,
Oh, wow.
So I got
Real roommates.
Gotcha, like a friend more
Yeah.
so than
we
a
were
parent.
like, yeah.
Talking about daddy issues?
No, Doc. No.
He was in my life though, but I'm thankful for that. But like, it's just different how I grew up. So to a point where I had got too wild. When you get too wild, I'm like, yo, it's time to bring it back home. I need to go to therapy. I need to go to therapy. I done got too wild. I'm living reckless. You know what I'm saying?
So you would consider yourself very self-aware.
Self-aware, yeah, to the point I'm like, I'm not right.
Yeah.
I'm what they call it.
I want to be mellow like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Gotcha.
very mellow. I know.
And meditate too. That's the
Oh, yeah, meditation.
I know I probably
yeah.
say a lot of things to irritate him, but I've never seen him in that state. It's like,
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, and
I want to be that person.
yeah,
people
that's true.
scare me.
Meditation, exercise, all of
Calm
that.
niggas.
Taking your vitamins.
Calm niggas will fuck
Going-
shit up.
We laughing, but
No, I'm serious.
it's the truth. Yeah.
I'm so serious.
But I mean,
Ange, you're not calm.
Would you really want to piss Doc Reed off? Would you really want to piss this nigga off?
I don't give up.
He's so cool, calm, and collected. Would you really want to see?
Doc, don't play. Doc Reed for the homeless dude.
That's what I said. Do you want to?
Don't play. Doc Reed slapped the shit out of this homeless dude.
I don't want that on the air.
He was trying to test Doc. Like it was,
Oh, you ain't got $1 to give me.
That happened to my daddy. Somebody.
Doc came to him, and Doc didn't like the answer that he gave him, so Doc slapped the shit out of him.
Shit happens. Anyway,
This damn burping, man.
let me ask you.
Putting all our personal business out in the streets.
I know that I'm getting ready to speak for or ask a question for a lot of people. How do you advise people to deal with narcissism?
Like someone else that is
That's
a
a
narcissist.
narcissist.
Get away.
People say I'm not.
I mean, the biggest thing. I mean,
Interesting.
and of course, sometimes it may be your loved one, it may be your parent. It is very difficult to deal with a narcissist because of the fact they never see what they do wrong. So how can you fix something when you don't see if you're doing it wrong?
That's I know for me, someone who grew up very insecure and just very I was very quiet for most of my life. I've ran into a lot of narcissists. For a lot of it, like with people I wasn't comfortable. Yeah, for people, I'm what I call an extroverted introvert. It's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
She self-diagnoses a lot.
Right.
I'm an extroverted
You
introvert
better
But
do it.
but
with the gout and
it's
the-
that likes to go out.
Yeah.
Right. With
No, but
partially
seriously-
diabetes.
But seriously, they're not gonna be. Y'all wait until I pop up with some cancer, okay? Anyway,
We rebuke that in the name of
I'm
Jesus.
just, you gotta power
in the tongue.
Yes, we rebuke that.
Oh Jesus!
She
it's
say she
power
pop
in
up
the
with
tongue.
some
Yeah.
Right, like hi, is he on my shoulder? No, it don't work like that. Ain't.
But I do know, I know for a fact that I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people, and
Right.
it traumatized me.
Oh yeah.
That's where my paranoia comes from. I know for a fact because I was a very happy-go-lucky kid, very naive, but very shy. Like I said, insecure and timid, and these things, and like just very nice and friendly, and just
right. Bubbly.
It's funny because my son has or had a lot of the traits that I saw in myself before things started to change for him. He got
Right.
beat up all the way to the 7th grade. Yeah, he did. Kindergarten to the 7th grade.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
I talk about that all the
That
time.
is traumatizing.
But it is. It
go
could have
find
went.
these niggas.
It could have went one or two ways. He could have turned out like me, very angry. But I think it built his character to a certain point because he's very particular with his circle.
Gotcha.
He's very observant. I was.
Does that make him want to fight? I know we're not getting into that. We're gonna get back to your question, but does that make him want to fight back? Like, what did you do to help him build him back up?
I don't even remember getting.
You didn't build him back up,
No. I definitely I did that
I'm
from
just
day
messing.
one,
I'm just
but I just
Right.
don't. I think because
He's just
Kids
like
are
a
different.
super dope kid.
Kids are different, man.
Yeah, he
His-
bounced
my
back.
Different
kids
now.
are totally different.
Yeah,
The way that he
he bounced back.
I'm not gonna
He's
say
a
his
senior.
name, but
Yeah, he and I
Does he
know
play sports?
he ran track.
I mean, it's an outlet.
But
That's
he
an
works
outlet.
out a lot, and
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
there's a part of him, even though he's kind of let it go,
Right,
he wants to take boxing lessons, and it's not. It's definitely due to what happened to him.
right,
Right.
It's things like that, and
hey, take him.
but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'll help a lot.
that nigga
Yeah,
out.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get all the way off like
Or
that.
fight with him.
but then
He gonna be ready.
Yeah,
yeah, he gonna have all that people build him down with. They're
right,
gonna come out on somebody.
yeah.
I had a
So
question
that's
about the
gonna
narcissistic thing
Yes.
because I think people Google what a narcissist is,
Talk about it. Talk about
and my thing is because I'm wrong to you, don't mean it's wrong to me.
Okay.
I don't see that as being a
it. That's
narcissist.
narcissistic.
Let me. Can I
because-
define it real quick?
Counsel. Come on, Counsel. Talk to him.
A narcissist is someone who is grandiose. They always are thinking about themselves. Now I'm saying like everybody in the circle. They have a problem with everybody. Like nope, they're normally alone because they have messed everything up with the relationship.
Right. But right. My thing
what-
is
Yeah.
People love me.
if if someone does something to me and now I don't mess with that person,
Right.
that's not wrong of me not to mess. I don't care what the fuck happened to that person.
But I think
Somebody called you
it's
narcissistic?
repeatedly doing things. Yeah.
Somebody's called you narcissistic.
Can you
before?
describe a little bit about what you believe?
It was you, Ange.
Like what?
Jesus.
I do feel if since you put it out, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I do feel like Doc is a narcissist. But we'll move on from that.
not
But
using real names?
I'm trying to work. it just jumped
Why-
out.
why
But
do
I'm
you
trying to
feel
work
like-
on. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
No, hell no. Don't throw it out there, and then we not gonna.
Nah,
Narcissists be
because I
like-
don't want to.
They
Nah.
messy. I know when it's messy and like, yo,
When you
They
say
can
messy,
be.
what you mean? Like
all the bridges.
oh, okay.
All of the bridges, 21 bridges is burning down right now.
You know something about this? Okay.
No, I
They're
mean,
isolated.
Yeah.
and they always got to go back and cover their tracks, or they sneaky. It's never their fault. They be having like
Switch it around on you,
they
make
have
you
counsel,
think that you're
and they're like, well, this is why I did this. You know, when I was 14.
Yeah, looking for a reason to justify everything.
And I ain't never been right. That's like if I use my mama for every situation. You know, when my mama died, you know what I'm saying? But I'll take it off the fact that I just made you and your boyfriend break up. I take it off the fact that I did that.
You never take responsibility
Right,
for
I was
anything
gonna say that's
at
my
all.
biggest thing.
At all.
The accountability is always
It's always
that's
a verse
my-
to make you
that's-
think that you're the wrong. in the wrong.
That's my
Yeah.
thing. It's always
Oh, well, then that's not me. My wife bullshitting. Go ahead.
that's my
Right, that's what I'm saying.
that's my
Google it.
thing. It's always I did that, but I did it because of this.
Right,
Or, I
right.
did that. Why it can't just be I fucked up.
Right, and leave it alone. That's
That's-
it. No
Yeah.
tick for tack.
That's me.
There's
Like, I
no
fucked
like,
up.
yeah.
That's me. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I fuck up,
Yeah, everybody do.
but when I do, I admit to it.
Okay.
It's like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're right. I probably shouldn't have gotten that upset. I shouldn't have. I should have handled this situation completely different. Because now that
Do you
that
get
I got
that in
the
return
definition-
though?
No, hell no. No, never. I never get. Let me tell you. Whenever I admit to my faults or my wrongdoings, it's never oh, okay. Well,
I
you're
can
right.
see how I contributed.
I should have. And I'm like, okay, nigga, I didn't get mad for
Right.
nothing.
Right.
It's a woman's world.
I didn't fuck up for nothing. Not even that. It's some of my friends. I'm like, hey. Remember when we argued?
Right. I wasn't arguing by myself.
I wasn't arguing with me.
Right.
Because that make you crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what you
going
just
back to the
said.
point, yeah.
Talking to yourself.
Because I
Makes
seen
you
this
crazy.
episode of Criminal Minds. I'm like, I'm not narcissistic. That's stupid.
Yeah. No, I don't
Now-
think that about you.
Oh, no, I've been told that. I've been
I'm
told
sure
that.
Is it
everybody
because
has
of the
that.
nonchalant attitude? Like just carefree?
Honestly, I think it was just a talking point in an argument.
Okay.
It was something being said just to be said. Because it was like, okay, well, I told you about yourself.
Right.
Did this
Well-
person just learn what a narcissist was and just wanted to throw
Probably,
it out
you
there?
know, it's 2020. It's it's along the lines. It's along the lines of that word toxic. People just
Right,
using this shit.
right.
just
It's
to be
the
using it.
epitome
I told
of
you they
that.
Googled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, they
been a
saw the
Facebook
definition.
post for somebody,
you
right.
got these traits. No, I might have done this once. But I don't, it's not
I
a
think, and that's a
pattern,
key
right.
word, like you said. I think there's a difference between having narcissistic traits, because I feel like everybody has a little bit of that, and then being an actual narcissist.
Right.
Yeah.
Because them niggas are serial killers.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
I've seen them on
Have
Criminal
cults and
Minds.
everything.
SVU.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
them.
That's
Go
it.
ahead.
That's some show. Anyway,
So back to my daddy.
Oh, hell. Here we go.
No, see, I do want to
absolutely,
ask.
you can,
So I suffer with my dad. My dad is what I call a Mr. Me Too. Now, he was around during like sporting events when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
And now, right.
Right.
And now it's, oh, you doing this? Oh, no, I used to do this back in the day, and that drives me crazy. It like whatever I like.
Anything.
Anything I do, comedic wise, anything
Right.
that I do,
Yeah.
coaching wise, anything that. Now, was he a coach? Yes, he was a coach. I learned a lot from him as far as sports, so I'll never take that away. But if I say, yeah, that me and Burp going to Myrtle Beach to do a comedy show, man, I did the comedy show at Myrtle Beach back in 19.
Ain't even gonna switch up the story. Ain't gonna change what y'all
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
I have to ask, like, what is y'all's relationship like? Because it seemed like he trying to get in, like, have a relationship with you.
That's what I
Come
told
on
him.
now.
Right.
He
Come on now.
trying,
That's
but
the thing.
you not letting him.
No. My
he
thing
gonna use
was
anything.
My thing was we had a relationship
Okay.
when we were young,
Right.
based on sports.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. You playing sports. And
Right.
him
Me
telling
and
you how to.
me and my brother
Right.
were both 3-sport athletes. He coached us in 2 of them, so he was very hands on with that.
Right.
But he was absent as well. So what I always tell people, it's not that I have an issue with him being absent. That's long gone. You know what I mean? But you can't make up for it
Right.
by kind of like, I don't know, what's the word?
I
He
told
tries to relate to you.
That's what I told him.
He's
I said,
trying
like,
really hard.
He had called me one day. He was like, "This is it. This is it. This is the last straw." It was Father's Day or something. I was like, I was like, based on everything you told me about him, always trying to. I said, I think this is his way of trying to bond and say, "See, we got so much in common."
Right.
I feel like that's his way of trying to find that in because he missed such vital pieces of your life.
Right.
He's like, well, maybe. When we do have the conversations we have, because that man love you. He just don't, you know.
Now, granted, when she said that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be direct.
Right. That's what I was gonna ask next.
I did. I had a direct conversation. Oh, son, you don't like when I do that? No, I hate it. Okay, I promise. I ain't gonna do it no more.
He forgot.
Dad, I just recorded the podcast. You know I had a radio show back in the day. We just talked about this guy. I think now it's more, that's just like his natural
His
reaction
thing,
to do it now.
Right.
It's almost like Urkel. Did I do that? Like, you know.
Right.
It's
that he
coming.
did something. Yeah. Relate.
It's coming.
I have to ask. So, like, how often do you see him? Like, is there a way that you can spend more time with him? Because I feel like,
want to.
because he gonna be like, I did that too. But
He definitely got daddy issues.
He don't.
Like,
Go
what
listen
would
to
it be
episode
like?
7.
What would
All these people, they done met him before.
Okay.
And it's justified. You know, I don't make up nothing about him.
His daddy.
Right.
I believe his daddy was a comedian because he is hilarious.
I mean, yeah.
So what would it be like to really like have a like every Tuesday we got to eat just to spend time with him? Is it that
I mean, we have, you know.
You did take him to the hospital that time.
Yeah, took him to the hospital.
Wait,
what? Wait a minute.
He was high. That's all.
He thought he had COVID,
Yeah.
but he just
Just
Had some
got
stuff
hit
in
with
the
some
system.
gas.
Okay.
So y'all bonded when your daddy was high? Does he
that
remember
wasn't the bonding.
No, I'm just saying, like, we'll hang out some, we'll go to eat, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a game, a big game, we'll go and watch again. Sports stuff like that's
Yeah.
Do you go do those things with anger or aggression on your
no.
mind?
That's what I'm saying. We just go like that.
Okay.
I feel like
Before
we'll be a counselor too.
before
I see you asking
He's
questions.
very calm.
Yeah.
before the pandemic, every wrestling, every pay-per-view, we would watch together.
Okay.
Me, my dad, my brother, and my nephew. Everyone we watch. That was like our thing. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So spending time is never an issue. Now, when I'm spending time and you say something to piss me off,
To offset.
and he'll do something, I'll get mad. I'll be direct
Yeah.
with my feelings. Oh boy, yeah, I'm your daddy. You don't got to be talking to me like that. Grown ass man.
So what do you do? Do you leave? Like what happens?
Sometimes I've never gotten like physical.
This is interesting.
I've
Yeah.
never gotten physical or anything like that.
Yeah,
But now my brother on the other hand.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Lord.
That's another.
I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, that's not funny.
This big nigga.
No, go ahead, Bert.
It's not funny. I know. I was just. That's all.
Hell, you
it's not
say.
funny, but it's
I'ma tell
funny.
you what's
Shit was
funny.
hilarious.
I'ma tell you-
Hey, boy.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny about this. Prior to you coming on, because we've been talking about having the counselor on for a while. Me and Burpee are very open on the show. This one
Okay.
is not.
Gotcha.
So he just knew he didn't have nothing to say. This is because this
Ooh.
is. I'm glad.
I said I would
No.
talk.
Yeah.
I talk about my daddy every episode.
I'm just glad
No,
you're
playing.
opening up about
he does.
the fact that yeah, we know that part, but I'm just saying other things like you said a little bit more.
So back to
Was
this.
it-
So back to this comedy competition.
I do have a question.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw the Netflix documentary thing, the Social Dilemma. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that one.
So go and watch it.
I'm gonna go watch it. Yeah, now I'm gonna
You
watch
said
it.
little
Netflix
bit.
is the devil.
Netflix
Sometimes
is
just
the
for
devil
research
sometimes.
to have a
You get caught in that matrix. I'd be like,
Oh yeah.
I got to see tonight. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I
There you
just
go.
work.
I watched the Irishman all the way through when it came
Oh
out.
no, I still.
I still ain't. I couldn't get past
4
the
hours.
first. Yeah, I couldn't get past.
I was watching Nurse Ratchet.
Oh my goodness.
I heard it was good.
Now that is. Ooh.
I like it.
Yo,
It's gory,
Yeah.
but I like it.
It's gory. Ooh, I like
Yeah.
gory.
because first when
It's a lot
I
going on.
first when I first.
The
I really
first
do. I
part-
like
the first
gory.
episode, you like,
My thing was
You don't
I
like
was,
gory? I like gory.
I was expecting something else just by the title.
Right. Like what?
I
Yeah,
thought,
it's black.
nigga, I thought it was about to be a strip club.
Nigga, it's not Ratchet. It's Ratchet. ED.
But see, you know when black folks say it, it's
And
Nurse
that's the
Ratchet.
thing. I don't think black people know that was really a word beforehand.
Right.
You know.
But see, they said that show was based off of an iconic character. I don't know who she
Yeah.
is or what
She
movie
always
or
plays
what
them
book.
characters too. She was on
Yeah.
American Horror
She
Story.
was in a book or
Just
something.
very type A.
Yeah, yeah.
Too
in
type
the
A.
O.J. Simpson thing. Remember she
Was
Oh
she?
yeah, that was a Marshall something.
Have you ever dealt with somebody that was racist?
You know what? Not necessarily. I can pretty much pick it up. You know, they probably don't want to come see me
Right.
at first because they asked specifically, "Can I get a, you know,
No, I mean black racist
Yeah.
people. Black people can be
black?"
racist.
I
No, we
used to.
can't.
All growing up, I thought my dad was racist. Then we come 2 years ago. I found
black
out we got a
power
mixed
or is it
sister.
racist? You know what I mean?
No, okay. I'm sorry. I guess, and I have this problem too, using my words. You know, certain black people don't like black people.
Okay. Oh,
true.
we talking about the
Colorism.
character.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. That's
You know, light
colorism.
skinned people,
Oh,
then
you mean
dark
bad.
skinned
Some black
people.
people just don't like niggas though. You know they be like, oh, there's niggas out there. We ain't
Yeah.
So because of how they act or behavior or
I don't know
whatever.
if I like niggas.
I'm a
Niggas
real
are my
nigga, so I
friends.
gotta like niggas. Cause I'm a real nigga.
In these streets.
Come on now.
Starting not to like them too much myself.
I like everything. Even though black people they can and they do piss me off at times to the nth degree because there's just certain things that you know black people won't do that they should do.
Right.
But I love everything black, man.
Of course, that's not the. That's yeah.
Right. Like even with the colorism thing, like you said earlier, I don't understand why people actually feel as if certain black people, light skinned people, act differently than dark skinned people. That blows my mind because we all act the same as black people. We all act the same way. We got the
Right.
same tendencies. We do the same shit. Now, except for Daniel Cameron in Louisville, Kentucky. He's no longer a nigga. Okay, I just had to throw that out there.
Trump guy.
Yeah, the attorney general who didn't charge nobody for Breonna Taylor's murder. But whatever, we'll talk about that in a second.
See? She got to go see her counselor after.
Yeah. I'm just like, what?
Okay,
no,
well, let's
it's-
talk about it.
It's true.
This we pulled
No. But okay, where do we begin? Because
Right.
first of all, you know, I believe that this kind of mentality was ingrained in us from the beginning. But
You better say that.
My thing is, why aren't we teaching about how we were kings and queens
Right.
before? Why we gotta
Right.
always have a
Talk.
slavery,
Talk.
you know, image of us, even on Netflix? Like, I
Talk.
want some producers to come together
Talk.
and actually, okay, Black Panther was the first one. I give it to them. That was the first one. But what about the other ones? You know, what about us
Continuation.
actually
It's
being
always the
empowered?
slavery.
Right.
Speak on it.
Like,
You know, having these different
I have
things.
an answer.
example,
I have an answer.
antebellum. What-
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. Was it good?
Yeah, I mean,
I liked it, but my brain
they
goes this
tricked
way.
us.
It-
That shit
Why
was
did
terrible.
the planes twitch? Why? Why did the planes twitch? Did y'all see
So
that?
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I haven't
okay,
seen
okay.
it.
Well, I
but I
won't
heard it
tell
was.
it.
I heard it was
I
a good
won't
movie.
tell it.
I heard it was a
A
good movie.
waste of an hour and 45.
You saw it,
It's
Doc? You
I was
different.
disappointed.
I think
You were disappointed too,
I'm gonna
right?
say this. I wanted more.
Can I get the mic right there?
I was disappointed.
This is his thing.
I was disappointed.
I think they're gonna get there because you know how
It's
next
gonna be a
year
part 2.
they got the Fred Hampton movie coming out.
Okay.
And if anybody know Fred Hampton's story and that whole background of that story, it's racist. It's just as much as it's just as big as MLK or Malcolm X because of what Fred Hampton was doing as a Black Panther hero. So I think eventually it'll be
I
that.
am a revolutionary.
Yeah, like no. In the past years, we only know Dr. King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, or Black History Month.
Right.
But nobody know about Fred Hampton's story, how they killed him, how he had a whole informant slide him pills in his drink before the night they was gonna do a raid at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Breonna Taylor situation. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing all over again. Like Jay-Z said, I was born on the day Fred Hampton died. Fred Hampton went out with 2 bullets in the head. That's messed up what they did down.
Right,
Just clear assassination.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to get there. Just give us some more
time. Okay.
You know how Hollywood is.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is antebellum shouldn't have been the first step.
Shouldn't have been.
Antebellum shouldn't have been the step.
No. Here's my thing. I'll say this. Going against the grain here, I liked the twist he kind of put on it because when it starts, you think it's gonna be one thing, but I see what he did there.
I've been disappointed in all his movies.
I like them.
Let's go ahead and say that.
Because, but I'm gonna tell you why I like them because he's doing something that no one else is doing, whether he's bombing at it in people's opinion or
Is he
not.
though?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's your opinion. I get it.
Yeah.
But Get Out wasn't. It was. We've seen it before. It was just in. It was just in a 16 form. We've seen it before, but it was It was done in the time that we're in. Don't get me wrong. It was a good movie. I don't think it was as great as people made it up. Us pissed me off. Pissed me off to the 12th degree because I'm like
people because people didn't understand.
I got it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I got it. It just wasn't. Why is these niggas holding hands at the end? Why is everybody across the world holding hands?
The whole thing, I don't know.
And the doppelgangers are living under the. This is, you know what movie this is? Children under the thing.
People under the stairs.
Under the stairs. People under the stairs.
They used to freak me out. Roach didn't have
when he ain't had no tongue.
Oh God!
And then little Michael Jackson boy. Y'all ain't never seen people under the stairs?
So back to Antebellum.
Yeah.
It wasn't a common movie. If you didn't, it wasn't.
I thought it was hilarious.
I love the movie.
I love it.
It scared me though for a long time with people with multi-level house. I like my flat.
People going through the walls and shit. Man, if I heard a wall creaking in the house,
I know, ain't nothing but some roaches. But anyway.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, we got
if you hear
sidetracked.
something through the wall,
Nothing about that movie held me really to want to watch the whole movie, other than it was.
How did Janelle Monáe do as an actress in the movie? She didn't do it for you.
who's a good actress to you?
I'll tell you who's not. It's Mary J. Goddamn Blige.
Oh, that's because you've been watching Power.
Yes.
Oh
my God.
Oh no.
Doing?
She got the same facial expression in every sentence she says. I can't.
I have stopped watching Power because I just can't.
With the content.
I
With
feel like,
everything?
honestly, like reality TV shows mess me up because I'm already talking to people about their problems all day, and I
Or
watch
things
problems.
that are-
You know what I mean? So
okay.
I gotta be real careful how I watch. You know what I watch. Every now and then I watch something, but I gotta.
Power just ain't power without Ghost.
It's not.
It's not power
I
without
don't
Ghost.
mind this new season. It's interesting, but I watch everything now for perspective with me trying to get into film and writing and things like that because I need to hear things like what y'all are saying. What y'all,
Right. What
you know
people
what I mean? Like,
like to see.
But I also have a weird kind of thinking, and I'm like,
Steven
people
Spielberg,
won't
yeah.
understand.
Yeah. The bigger concept.
Yeah. So
But
okay, we got that.
What?
We got that.
It didn't
when
do it
I
for you.
look at that type of movie, and I love the concept of it, and to me, it makes it bad when you have bad actors.
Yeah,
you felt like that. You
does it
felt
for
like
me
the
too.
actors were bad,
Right.
Okay.
The concept
Well,
of
say that
Antebellum.
then.
But it's the movie.
It is the movie. That will make a movie better.
Right.
Well,
the,
yeah, but-
the concept of Antebellum was super dope. But how
It came across.
it had, to me, two very good actors in that movie. And I don't want to spoil what they did, but it was
I'm still gonna watch it.
the old white man,
Which one?
the one that was messing with Janelle Monáe.
I was gonna say you can't say anything.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm still gonna watch it.
Because, I mean, he don't, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the white lady.
I knew you was gonna say the white people. We just need to be better. That's a
No, you know what?
But like, the
Now that I
black
think
guy,
about it, but think about it.
the
Think
black
about
guy
it.
pissed me the fuck off.
You cannot
one?
name.
The
one who got his
right.
stabbed.
You
Come on,
cannot name. Well, you might be able to, but I can't name any actors in this generation that make me want to see their movies.
None. I used to flock to Denzel.
What?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
And
Every
people
movie,
give him.
Like I would say after the year 2003, maybe
Ish.
that's when movies started. That's when
Started
actors,
everything.
right? Because what they're doing is they're pushing people into the movies who aren't actors. They don't take the training. They don't go through the.
Yeah.
They don't
They
take
don't
the
go to
classes.
school.
They don't go
Right.
to school for it anymore. They just
Right.
throw them in. Like it's been a whole bunch of bad movies that we've seen out. The majority of the movies on Netflix, those original movies,
I blame
Right.
Tyler
horrible.
Perry.
Well,
Them wigs is definitely.
Omar Epps and
Oh, my God.
I heard that was bad, too. I didn't-
I
I didn't even watch the full
He was
thing.
like, come on, Dina. I'm like, what?
First of all, the concept of that movie wasn't original enough for me to watch.
It's every
I didn't
black
even want to
couple
waste
movie
my
in the history of couple
I didn't even
movies
want to
made.
waste
Yeah,
my
it was
time
a
watching
typical
that.
movie.
Once again,
maybe the dude.
I blame Tyler Perry.
The dude.
You
What's his
got
name?
27 Medeas. All
the
of them are
lights?
the same thing.
What's the light skinned dude name? Michael Ealy.
With the eyes.
When he first came out, it was like, okay, this dude can act. He's doing something.
I
But
feel like
then
he played the same character now.
the
all
type of
time.
movies that he was doing,
Barbershops.
it was. Now I liked him in. He was on a show called The Following on Fox. It had Kevin Bacon, who was trying to find this serial killer, and Michael Ealy played a different role. He was the serial killer. But it showed, like when you show me that range and you show me that different side of your
Didn't he
acting
play
ability.
Somebody like that in one of them movies.
That's why.
when he was scared.
The stalker.
Yeah,
It was after. It was after that.
yeah.
He did.
Okay,
He
okay,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so not
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah. He was.
Yeah.
Shout out R.I.P. Chadwick. I saw him going into that realm.
Chadwick.
Right. Yeah.
He played. Listen, you know you're a good actor when you can play a light skin and
I
dark
was
skin.
gonna.
You hear me?
This nigga was Thurgood Marshall.
And
James.
I was like, ain't nobody gonna say that.
Right.
Okay.
also Michael B. Jordan.
I don't think he can act that well.
Man, from what I saw,
Michael.
everyone mentions Killmonger, which he was a super dope role in Killmonger.
Right. I
But
don't feel it when he acts. I don't-
man, when I saw Fruitvale Station,
No, that's
Yeah.
touching.
Ain't it
Oh,
Fruitvale? Vale.
Fruitvale, I thought
Vale, V-A-L-E.
Yeah,
Man.
Fruitvale Station.
When he was
Man,
Oscar.
look.
Yeah.
That young man,
Not that young man like he.
Huh?
He probably
Young
older
man.
than
Did you
you.
Cry?
Come
Did
on
you cry,
here.
Doc?
huh?
You did.
I got a little
man.
lump in my throat.
Boy, when my
No,
throat
let
get
it
lumpy,
out.
Boy, look.
boy,
Let it
listen,
sing
I
it.
gotta look away when my throat get lumpy.
I had to go use the bathroom about 22 times.
I was like, excuse me.
Boy,
I had to
when
get
they
up.
shot man, listen.
Oh, G Baby and Hardball, that
Oh.
took me out of here. It wasn't even a lump in the throat. It was a full blown tear.
I'm gonna take it left before we get out of here because I know I don't want to hold Miss
sorry.
Councels
We
up
get it.
tonight. But I do.
Sip that coffee. Sip that coffee.
That was actually a good segue. Do you feel like? Do you ever sit down in your chair with some people and feel like sometimes like they're acting like they're playing you?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's
How
a
was that?
dope question.
That's when I have to be direct and be,
come on now.
just kind of say,
Put the notepad down, like,
get real. Like, why are we here?
Wasting my
if
time.
it's just,
So
what?
that mama
I
can get
I
that
don't
check?
feel like this is going anywhere. So I would, if you want to see someone else, I kind of go over with them. I summarize what I've tried to work on with them. I haven't seen any progress, or that person, like when we first sit down and that person is mandated to be there or whatever, and then they just putting up a whole wall, like they just like act like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm great, everything is fine,
or acting like they're psychotic when really they're not.
Yeah, because I have clients, I literally have teenagers who want to harm themselves because they don't get attention from their parents. Just because they not getting no mama
It's not
time.
unbelievable. It's not unbelievable.
So it's like breaking it down with the mom, like. Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say about the social dilemma. It kind of speaks
Push me to
on
the edge. All my friends are dead.
Right. Like, why would you listen to that?
Your friends hang with you, Lil Uzi Vert.
But the social dilemma
we had
talks about
songs that was crazy back in the day too.
We did.
We want to go kill ourselves.
No, we had
Kurt
but there's
Cobain?
a whole cult of music now that is centered around
But they're
suicide.
living.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Until Uzi Vert killed himself. Like, you lying.
Right.
no, but a lot of those people have been murdered and all these.
And my
things
thing
like
is,
that.
you never
Amy
want to take
Winehouse
it.
was a G.
You never want to take it like to be like, okay, like you
Oh,
really
yeah.
don't want to harm
Very
yourself.
true. Very true.
But
Oh,
I
this
always
one's
take
telling
it
the truth.
serious when somebody say, hey, I want to,
Right.
I want to harm myself. I always do take that serious, but you got to
Right,
see the
right.
real
Just in case
issue.
they wasn't joking.
Why do you feel like that?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You definitely have to take it serious because you don't want to
Yeah.
hear kids say that. But then when you hear the reason
Right,
why
right.
they want to do it's like, man, shut your little bitch ass up. That's what I know you can't do that. But
Quick, okay. This is
That's real though.
Station away, man.
this is my last
took my
question.
freaking
This is
controller.
my last question. And if I'm getting too personal, you can say shut up. How does your husband take you being a counselor into like maybe y'all's problems? Like, don't try to counsel me right now.
At first, like, listen, he said that a lot. He was like, this is not a session.
Right.
And literally, I had to take off my hat, and
Right.
just let be myself. I'm like,
Good
okay,
question.
today I'm mommy and wife. Like that's all.
Right.
I'm not a counselor right now.
Like, baby, these niggas.
He reminds
tell
me to
me,
have fun.
Hey, you supposed to be fighting with me. What you talking about? How I feel about it?
so what got you to that point?
That's me right there all day.
Kid, you better stay out that toilet. You better get away from that toilet. Hey, come here, man. What makes you want to flush the toilet? Like,
I have to remind myself to be mom and wife, like, and just take off
Right.
that, especially like working from home.
right.
Literally, I have to like what I'm building up myself to be like, okay, I'm gonna work out, get this off of me. I'm gonna walk around real quick, and then I'm gonna go back inside. And I'm a mommy now. I'm wife now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, because at first I would do that a lot, always trying to like fix stuff per se. But then I was like, you know what? I just need to live. And he reminded me of that. He reminded me to take off the hat and live and be. Just be.
Hello,
Since
you Candice Boo, not Candice Councels right now.
Okay.
now, since everybody had their ended question,
And then put on it. All right. Come on in the room.
shit, I forgot.
I know we old. Don't you hate that? You see why I got this notepad down? I definitely wrote
Oh,
down.
here it is.
All right.
So, with your clients and being, you just said you're working from home,
Right.
How are they? I was about to ask: is it Zoom? Is it phone calls? How do you do your sessions with your clients?
Now, some of them are phone calls, and most of them are Zoom. Like the phone calls, I have trouble because I
She
don't.
thought
I can't-
tonight was a Zoom.
Yes, I literally
I'm
did.
glad I said you got the address.
I was like,
Come on
listen,
in.
I was supposed to call in.
Come on in the room.
I said, we don't do
I was
nothing
gonna be
virtual.
chilling and call in.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, literally, the phone kind of is like not being able to see that person and see the body language is
Right.
kind of like a disconnect for
That's
me. But
tough.
I still, if they want to do the phone, I will do the phone.
I'm gonna
Still
be
get that
honest.
money.
And not to put my business out again. I'm gonna be honest. I know my child. I think you need to see her in person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
To really get the body language and understand what's really going on. Cause
You gotta
sometimes-
run niggas down if they don't pay on
Listen,
time.
listen, we get that thing up front, okay?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
in
Come-
the beginning.
I need that now.
In the beginning.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you-
ain't got no money on your card.
Right.
You ain't got no session.
Literally, you have to have that because people, they will run. They will.
Yeah.
I've learned the hard way. They will. Be
I'm gonna
like,
kill myself if you don't do it. Well,
This
die.
now, then this later. Now, at first, I do have a
Really?
sliding scale fee for some people, but I can't do that. I got a whole business.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean?
Just
I gotta
assume that
eat.
my stuff
Yeah.
cleared because you. I'm gonna just assume.
No, you
if
good.
not, we'll talk about. Okay,
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna be like, listen, I may be nice and all, but I
Right.
gotta, boundaries.
She gonna come to you. Hey, sis.
No, Council. Excuse me, Queen.
I mean, you gonna
Just
cover that
letting you
last
know.
session up front. nigga.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, look.
This has been episode, 25,
20-something.
right?
25.
25.
20-something.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Candice,
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Let's clap it
on
up
to
for
the
Good
show.
job. This is good. I like this.
Thank
I
you
know, I
for
enjoyed
talking
you.
to us. Thank you for explaining what it is that you do and going through some of your experiences. Let the people know what your social media is, how they can get in contact with you. If somebody's listening, they might need therapy. How can they get in contact with you?
Definitely. Candice Counsels on Facebook, Instagram, Candice Counsels. Inbox me, or you can reach me at 803-448-1590. Shoot me a text because I do get a lot of calls and I just got to, put that out
I
there.
hope they know how to spell
Inbox her about
Inbox me or text
business,
inquiries only.
Yes, because I'm there.
so we don't want Mr. Moffitt
Right,
to come see you.
Right.
Because he will.
You
And
know
then
what?
Burt ride shotgun.
And I hope y'all know how to spell councils because I've seen a lot of people.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
C-A-N.
It's gonna
Somebody gonna look her up on Instagram.
Cancel.
Somebody gonna look her up on Instagram. She's white. What? Right.
Yeah,
No,
people
no,
do spell it
no.
wrong. Counsels.
Like
and Candice.
canceling. Yeah.
Yes, and Candice, Candice.
I think we're going to have you back for episode.
COUNSELS.
Every 25th episode, we're going to need a refresh and a regroup. So I
Might
think
need
we're
more than
going to have.
25.
We might do a meditation before.
Come on now. Come on, meditation.
I like that.
Come on,
Let me know.
meditation.
If we still here by episode 50, you will be back. And we will meditate. All right, y'all.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Really?
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for having us. Y'all can
All
follow
right.
me on Instagram, on social media at I am Burpee, BURPIE, all one word.
Y'all can follow me at Doc_Reed on IG.
And just say it and don't tell people not to follow you. Just say your shit,
No.
man.
I got my thing now. I got.
Oh, okay.
You ready? You can follow the Ignant podcast on everything.
This
The Ignant
motherfucker.
podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm about this business. I don't know what y'all think this is about. Like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube page.
Yes, indeed.
Make sure you can. That way you can get the visuals. Every Friday we are on CMVA 107.5 at 12
FM.
p.m. on your lunchtime grind, so you can laugh with us and get some counsel with us. We're here to do that as well. But if you missed that, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. And don't forget,
Top 50.
bitch. All right, go ahead, Wesley.
I'm at Blackest Wesley.
Black as
Wesley.
AS, not ass,
not-
Wesley. Yeah.
Yeah, you might see something else you put A.
underscore.
All right,
Yeah,
that's it.
And we out
Oh, I do got something.
What?
Please follow The Fox's Den. That is THAFOXXSDEN. That is my new page. It's all for women with beauty brains, and we're all about books. I'm starting my new book club, so
Hey.
definitely follow me on that page. It's just gonna exude women that are beautiful and how they can display their intelligence and just stepping out of technology a little bit to step back into the real world and educating themselves. So yeah, definitely follow me there.
One more shameless plug. In 2 weeks, right into the polls with Doc, will be dropping where me and some of my friends are going to be riding and talking about a little politics stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're about to make it funny talking about Trump punk ass.
It's only
I ain't
been
gonna be on that shit.
it's only been a year in the making, but we
I don't fuck with
progress. It's
politics.
Yeah,
progress.
you do.
Oh, my God.
We out.
And we out this week.
All right.